Okay, good morning, Happy New Year. We all welcome the year 2023, first day, which is today, Sunday. Uh, yeah, for Christmas Day, it was last Sunday, 25th, yeah, and today is Sunday, is the first day of the new year 2023. Yeah, I'm in Victoria Park here in Leicester. It's a bit windy, chilly, but it's sunshine, fantastic sunshine. This time of the year. But the weather is so unpredictable, so you can't really say when it's going to rain, when it's going to be cold. Just one of those things like that. One has to contend, in life. Yeah. So I was at the gym yesterday. My God, you learn things all the time. Yeah, new techniques without watching long and laborious videos on social media, and but like simple techniques. To get yourself up and running. Because I've been in the gym environment for some time now, a lot longer than I can remember. Uh, Initially, it was back in the day. It was more indecision on my part, which career to choose. So it was usually people, city dwellers, and everybody else. It usually has necessity, job, money, professional improvement, that sort of thing. And I was in a big way in professional improvement. I used to buy courses and things like that. At that time there was no internet. You just buy small clips on newspapers and all that, back pages and all that. Yeah, yeah. But since then we have sort of evolved into what we have. The internet, the social media, and the digital, multiverse we find ourselves in. So the world has changed so much in terms of communication. There's just beyond recognition anything of previous century, previous millennia, or any time in the history of this planet. There's no comparison. The jump was the printing press, 600 years ago, about thereabout. Give and take, depending which part of the world you're in. Would it be China, or the Italy, or Germany? It just depends where you are, who's writing the books. But the Chinese, they done a lot of things before anybody else that to do an industrialized economy. And for various periods. Not just one period, but various periods in history they were industrialized. But as you know, like all good things, nation empires come and go because of new new king, new dispensation. It's societal turmoil, like great nations like the Romans and others as well, right now. Yeah. So the technology has been there for a long time, right? It's just that people forgotten about it. It's amazing, what was there even 1,000 years ago. I mean, we hydraulics, for instance, it was there. God knows when, yeah. But the Chinese had it for lot longer than 1,000 years. Hydraulic technology, yeah. I mean, the list is just endless right now. Yeah? And we think people in this part of the world, the Western countries right now, yeah, they made it all right now, but not so, because that part of the world, they has a lot of history right now, yeah, and some of it is like forgotten, or because the new nations are created because of war, conflict, yeah. So they want to forget what other people achieved, so they make their own achievement. There are lots of reasons that it was amazed constantly. So these people live like this even 500 years ago, right? Yeah. I'm going to put my. I see my recording. I'm always looking like this, and I'm going to put it here. Yeah. I mean, God knows that can happen. So this thing, you can hold it on to, right? Yeah. Gimbal and other stuff right there as well, like for cameras. But I'm just going, sort of just as if just like I don't want to go and buy things, yeah, and then I don't use them, yeah. Lots of things I don't use right now, yeah. Even now, some of it I had to sell it, some of it I give it away. Some of it I had to recycle because it's just you keep buying things, yeah, and not use it at all, yeah. And so you got to focus on one thing at a time right now, and I have completely dedicated myself into my BFR training, with Saga. And I did my Saga training Monday to Friday, and yesterday was Saturday. So yesterday and Saturday and Sunday off, no BFR training on those 2 days, right? So it's continuously, and so this done exactly 4 weeks in one day, yeah. Non-stop right now. Yeah. Considering the previous 5 months, it was just start and stop right now. Yeah. Because you come to piece of information, so look, maybe I shouldn't just, yeah. And I don't feel any pain now right now, yeah, because I was using the straps, yeah, just regular straps. It was really like overdoing its enthusiasm right now, blind enthusiasm, yeah. So never fall for that sort of thing, right? Yeah, because you got to know what you're doing, right? You can easily injure yourself. God knows what complication you could have right afterwards, right now. Yeah, so I'm just making sure I don't spend too much time in the gym right now. So tomorrow, a productive time that is, yeah, so tomorrow as Monday, yeah. Tomorrow, or by tomorrow, I will know tomorrow morning. I mean, this morning I feel like I don't feel any pain or anything, and yeah. Unlike last week, right? Yeah, I was like, God knows, I've done my strength training, and day after, the following day I had rest, and the following day I wanted to do some cardio, and I went to the cardio, and the following day I was supposed to do strength training, and I realized, oh no, the pain, and that really, the whole week was sort of. So I had to stop, right? Because I had to. Oh no, hold on, this is not good, right? I didn't have pain continuously, just because you feel your body, right? Who would feel your body than oneself? You can only feel your own body, yeah. So if you feel like, okay, your body needs to recuperate, rest the body, because if you overdo it, yeah, you're going to go to that mode right now, yeah, and you become like, oh, then the anticlimax sets in right now. You say, why am I haven't been, all I look is got a six-pack and that's it, and I don't seem to be enjoying anything else, yeah, just like, yeah, anybody can get a six-pack, but it's more to do with your own benefit, right, yeah. I took a picture of an exercise with kettlebell, in fact, last night, yeah. This morning, yeah, and I saved it, so I'm going to use it next week, because it's Sunday right now, yeah. So just simple, innovation, like you can do. You don't have to do too many things, yeah. You can do cardio, squat, yeah. So that squat is really all-round exercise, yeah. Yeah. So because today's Sunday, so I didn't go to the marathon park run. I'm in this very park right now, yeah. 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 Look, I would be jogging here right now, yeah. Yeah, all the way. Look, all this way right now, yeah. I sometimes, you just want to phone somebody and say, oh, is there an event here, there, But of course, big organization, they don't have the kind of manpower to someone to answer anybody, because usually it's chat, yeah, and just inquiring, on Twitter, and that's it, yeah. Somebody get back to them because it's all automated. The algorithm reads everything right now, yeah. So yeah. So that's what I'm going to do. But of course, I walked here this morning, right? Yeah. And of course, you feel like, oh yeah. Because obviously the previous night, you slept, yeah. I came home from the gym, then I had my dinner, because I had the shower in the gym, so and that's what I usually do right now, to feel fresh afterwards and all that. Before it was the other way around. I had to come home because I was paranoid about somebody breaking into my locker, which actually happened once, and everything was nicked. So, but the thing is, you see, then you need to get back to your house. your door key, your car key, I mean, your wallet, your phone is, and so it's very difficult. So, well, how am I going to get back to my house if there's nobody there? You can't break the door. If you break the door, then you have to get a locksmith, and so that's why for so long time I used to shower in the gym. I used to come home and shower because I don't have to lift. These lockers are a bit flimsy, right? Yeah. So anybody just wriggle it and just take out the stuff, and nobody would know. Anybody would think that's somebody else, or maybe just pretend it's there. Yeah. But I mean, this store is everywhere. You can see people working to lock out. I've seen it so many times, like online, right there. So I've got everything next to it. There was one person I read memorably. Everything was nicked. And they nicked the bank account of lots of money. I'm not saying how much, but lots. They're not into hundreds of pounds. But well beyond thousands and thousands of pounds right now. So once you have your digital ID, they could somehow get into your account, and that's it. So really, can you imagine the devastation that person, financial ruination? Excuse me. I mean, plus the trauma people go through. Yeah, it's January now, January 23. It's cold, so obviously, I had a shower this morning, and I'm wearing warm clothing, but it's still cold right now. Yeah. So what am I going to talk about today? There's so many things happening. I need to make sure that I just focus on the cardio now. I found my sort of balance now. What I need to do, and I'm feeling my BFR training is really progressing. Lot. Very well, excellent, super now, right now. Yeah, it's been only a month now, right now. So you're gonna give at least good 3 to 6 months. 3 months, you'll see. Okay, do a review, and see how we're gonna do it. Yeah. Sit down and say, okay, where I was before and where I was now. But I am building muscle as well, right now. Yeah. But I'm not in a rush to build quick muscle, because you can build quick muscle in one month, right? If you train, several days a week, right now. Yeah, some people do train seven days a week, right now. But you're not really helping yourself, because you're just battering your body, That's what you're doing right now, yeah. And eventually you'll find out this will come to roost, again, right? Because you'll have issues later on in life, right now, yeah. Because you just go into this enthusiasm, and then they just pump iron, and I see all of these people in the gym right now, yeah, and they just that's what they seem to do right now. Some people are into heavier weights, some people are just looking toned up, some people just want to build muscle, aggressive. You can change the demeanor and the body language. They just want to frighten all the cats in town. I'm not having cats in Leicester. Yeah, in Leicester. No, it's only for me, mate. You can see the attitude is right now, yeah. Body language right now. So, one of the courses I've done back in the days is learning about body language. Books on it and other courses on it. So when somebody's so if you work in security, crowd management, like events, concerts, I've worked in security for a long time, and I'm just waiting for my result for my SIA, which is in December, on the 14th of December, to my exam, right now. So I'm waiting for the result. It should arrive sometime soon, right now, yeah. At the end of this month, sometime in February, yeah, because obviously still people are on Christmas holiday and everything, and the middle of December, and then by the time it gets to it, so we'll find out the result, soon, a month and a half, maybe before 2 months, maybe I think it will work before that, right there, but once I get the result right now, then I have to submit the application, but I've done this before, right? So it's the same process, right? You just do your due diligence, you open an account with the SIA organization, and they just said, which I've done already, and they just said, so once I get the badge, and I've got an exam, right, first day of February, for the CSCS card, right? So I'm going to have to do that. So and to talk about that, so I've got the books on CSCS, from online, and I've got the app as well right now. Yeah, the official app for CSCS, and I'm going to start. In fact, today after at least spend a little bit of time right now. You're just going through the book. I haven't looked at it months, yeah, because Christmas, everything, and I just wanted to bit of take a rest, from all this. Because last 6 months I've been on and on, but one course or another. Because when one thing doesn't work, then maybe it's no fault of your own, yeah. But it doesn't work. What can you do? I mean, yeah. If there's rain, you can't fight the sky, yeah. Meaning, if one approach doesn't work, for some reason or another, yeah, then you got to try new approach, because at the end of the day, you need to get yourself a job somehow. So I need to get a job where I have some measure of control, because the benefit system is only good, it's just paying your daily needs. It doesn't do anything for you, because I mean, this time last week I was here. Have I progressed other than in terms of career or anything like that? No, yeah, because it's just the whole system of the modern economy right now. You're part of a system right now. So you have to get a position where you're in a place, where you can rent a property, where you can take your cycle out, and if you're going to do vlogging and things like that, you're a professional vlogger. I mean, the world is there for everybody. As far as vlogging goes, yeah. I mean, equal opportunity. Yeah, come on, for once, yeah. And so I need to, because it's my enthusiasm, but everybody's enthusiastic one thing or another in their life right now, yeah. And you need to do homework, There's nothing wrong having enthusiasm, far from it, yeah. You just need to have, sort of a plan, logical, it's logistic. That's what it is, you see. So on a bicycle, you can just walk about, do your thing, jogging without having. I mean, when you live city center, there's a nightclub in the area, and people live in the same apartment. They have issues, and you're confronting these people like every day, and you can't be yourself really. You have to just, oh yes, you pretend, put up a show, and just get by. It just doesn't work for me. It doesn't work anymore. Because maybe it's sort of stopgap kind of accommodation people go through, or people have no choice, they have to live in flats, because affordability issues and other issues as well. People have work, family, school, and all that. So it's just lots of reasons that they can't be far off, there. So it's also primarily economic opportunity, to find yourself a job and things like that. So yeah, but for me, it's days of living in flats and loving it, yeah, it's gone, ordering pizzas and all that. So it has a place, it has a moment, but that's it, yeah. You just need to be yourself. I mean, think about simple things. I mean, I know, for instance, this time last year, if I lived in a house, today I'm a very different man, yeah. As far as job, employment, travel goes, because I can earn, produce, I can do things, that I couldn't have done before. Yeah, so I'll explain earlier on about gym lockers. If you constantly worry about those things right now, yeah, my bicycle or the gym lock, the second lock, third lock on your door, the lift broken down, and all these things right now is just too much. Whereas you just wake up in the morning, there's a front door in your house, and it's just like, that's it. Everything, the wide, world out there for you. You don't want interruption, like on that level right now, yeah. And you're interacting with people who basically sometimes they don't see, like, they have to share the same public space, yeah. It's only me right now, yeah. And there's a bit of give and take, wait here, a bit more patient, no, swearing and shouting, and it just puts you off, yeah. Not swearing and shouting at me though, but I'm just saying, generally speaking, you don't want to hear this all the time right now. Simple annoyance or supposed annoyance, people just started, cussing and all that, yeah. So, okay, there's a level of tolerance everybody has, but after a while, it's like, there is no excuse for this sort of thing right now. It's because it's okay, and it's not okay. Just because, yeah, you're just share the communal space. Yeah, everybody has the same right. Yeah, I mean, but I've seen people like they'll go front of the gym. No, sorry, front of the lift. Yeah, and they'll just block you. So how are you going to get out? And they just stare at you like. And this happened to me and the other people as well. Well, you shouldn't you wait until people in the lift come out of the lift, yeah, then you can go in. No, yeah. So you see, this lots of people they live this, you know, there's license shop everywhere, but alcohol, everything, drugs, freely available, and just who cares? I mean, with somebody like me, just oh God, rules, rules, yeah. So people they have all sorts of issues right now, yeah. If you're in front of a lift, people have to come out of the lift, first, yeah. I've seen this before so many times right now. So that's the thing right now. Simple logistic. It's not to get too worked out about this thing. You know what you have to do. Life is about what you make of yourself, right? Whatever direction you want to go. If you put your mind long enough in that direction, you'll be fine. I mean, you just need to be persistent, right? Yeah. Yeah. So today is the new year, 2023. I'm going to go back to the house, a little bit later. Going to do a few things, and today's rest day. Today's no exercise. But of course, that will change, yeah. When I know I'm going to test myself tomorrow, I'm going to do the cardio workout, yeah. But on Tuesday, I'm going to do the strength training. So that will be, I've done Saturday strength training, Sunday rest, which is today, and Monday cardio. So that'll be so 2 days gap. Yeah. On the third day, I'll be doing the strength training right now. Yeah. So then see how I feel right now. Like last week right now, it was like, oh God, I've overdone it. So you feel it. And of course, if you more pressure you put in, the more you pressure, you're just abusing it. That's what you're doing right now. The body needs to recuperate. It needs to rest. I mean, the weights, the strength training right now. Yeah, I did my kettlebell exercises today. What is it? Squats. Yeah. So I've used the cannonball exercise. Those cannonballs, just for climbing. Yeah. I've done treadmill, but that's just to warm up, yeah, warm up and cool down, exercise. So I've done all these things that, yeah, and I've done other exercises as well, yeah. I should take a note. I should do those things, take notes of what exercise. But sometimes you just have it back of your mind, too much, just details, yeah. Just what you have to do to get benefit out of this, the exercise right now, yeah. And for the time being, I've just stopped using fixed machines anymore because I find you use them, yeah, and very nice, yeah. But I need to really do. Jumpstart my park run, yeah. And so once you start the park run, then you get the, once you can sort of reduce the time of you spend doing the 5 kilometers, 3 miles, then the next step would be to take the bicycle out and, oh God, because when you take the bicycle out right now, yeah, you'll know that after about 5-10 miles, yeah, 5, 7, 8, 10 miles, that's just like, oh, I'm already tired. That means really I'm not up to it, because cycling, right, you see the Deliveroo and Uber cyclist right now, yeah, then you realize, oh God, no, I'm nowhere near to their level, yeah. not even close, yeah. Uh, so yeah, so yeah, so you're gonna really do a sprint, yeah, lots of sprints. So um, tomorrow I'm going to do sprint on the treadmill, of course, you know, and then build it up, right? Build it up, build it up, build it up. And I'm not going to make any more excuses, It's just the way I'm. If my body says you're tired, you need rest, then you do that right now. But in my mind, I will not make any excuses. I know what I have to do now. You got to rely on yourself, right? You can't just make things, you got to make things happen. Let's put it this way. You got to make things happen. If you don't make it happen, nothing will happen. Nothing will happen right now. Yeah, you can spend the entirety of your life, without, without wanting to, do anything. Just go back, do what you need to know, and that's it. And there's nothing wrong with just doing your own thing. But I'm just saying, we live in a world, where so much of going on that you can't just sit still and then wait for people to give everything to you. Nobody gives everything to anybody. You have to make it yourself. Whether you're a great successful businessman, professionals, kings, presidents, prime ministers, unless you do the groundwork, and then nothing will happen. Nothing. Yeah. So So that's the thing you see about career success, that sort of thing. Yeah. So that's what we're gonna do. Yeah. We. Who matter about we? Me. Yeah. And far as extending myself to start a family, well, first of all, I need to move house, because how can you start a family where well, you can start a family right now. I'm not saying people in flats who live there, they don't make families. I'm just saying, but I know what I have to do, really, just to get my peace of mind. I mean, I don't want all this hassle in front of my house every day. I mean, I have a certain level of tolerance, like most people right now. I'm not saying I'm intolerant. I'm tolerant, more tolerant or less tolerant. I'm just myself, and I need to make sure that if I don't feel comfortable with my surroundings, just from just immediate environment, simple things, you have to sort of negotiate with other people, like getting the bicycle out, and you name it right now. So I need to do what I need to do. So I'm going to accelerate my training now, in particular the cardio exercise, sprint, just sprint, so hopefully next week, after next week, I'll do sprints at least 3 times a week, and then I'm going to go out to do, on Saturday I'm going to be here, next Saturday, for the park run, but next week I'm going to have to do at least two outdoor jogging and 2 to 3 sprints before Saturday. So that will bring to 5 days in a row. On Saturday I'm going to assess to see what improvement I've made. And then just analyze what I have to do. I might have to do jogging morning, afternoon, evening as well, just to get things going. But then the following day you might need to rest as well. Just to accelerate things. So we'll see how it goes, right? So that's what I'm going to do. There's lots to talk about, but I'd rather go think about how I feel about things right now. I don't want to go into social media. Lots of things happening on social media, but I mean, you have to say things in every topics in this planet right now. You can just keep quiet, and if you think it's important, then you can engage and debate and whatnot, you see, or interact, people all over right now. But then time is a constraint as well. You have to, yeah. So yeah, that's the thing. The time, that's the main thing right now. Yeah. So this year, 2023, is going to be a momentous year for me. The year 2019, I had the pneumonia. Then to March 2020, we had the COVID, and the list, and we just 2023 now, and then of course we had other political upheaval around the world. You can guess what those are. There's so many of them. Political and other upheavals right now. So so that created a lot of problem for a lot of supply chain and things like that, and all these things. There was one time during COVID, there was a shortage of bicycle. I had electric bicycle, and it was too heavy of my because it was price, and it was too much to carry around. And that's like sitting there is doing nothing. So I sold it online, right? And somebody came collected, you see. There was a great demand for a while. People almost forgotten. And there's still the supply issues as well. Even now. So there's other COVID resurfacing elsewhere in China, notably for the time being, and so we don't know where we are even now. You see, because of these things right now. So you have to just take one step at a time, and just see how it goes, right? I mean, we spent almost 2 years in lockdown. On and off. So that I was thoroughly confused. What to do, you see, sometimes right there. Because until third quarter of August 2019, I was the previous 18 months I was doing training for the marathon. Then there was the park run, but right under my nose, and literally very close to where I live, and I didn't know anything about park run. That was also information deficit on my side, so that's a super way of getting around every week, right now, gathering, doing exercise, and so, but then my pneumonia really destroyed everything, right now, because I could have had vaccine, right? But the vaccine was there, but I somehow missed it, the vaccine, that is, and not that I would have missed it if it, somehow maybe I just didn't go to the doctor, when I should have, or some information that just didn't come through towards my way right now, and so all these things, right, regrets and all that, because when you're not well right now, pneumonia is really serious. It takes all the energy out of you, because obviously if you don't eat, then obviously if you can't eat, you lose your appetite. So that's what happened. So all this 2009, so 3 years and counting right now, it's been like this right now, and so this year I want to make sure first of all I can count on myself to begin with, and anything else. So the security job right now, I'm just going to make sure that I can go to the estate agent right now. So look, here we are working. I need a ground floor property, It can be very boring property, I don't mind, I don't want any architecture or anything. It doesn't mean all I can leave my bicycle in the morning, and you can do so many cycling related employments, self-employment. There's lots of things you can do. You just need a bit of space, a bit of peace, today's world, I mean, it's just everybody's activities, so I mean, you can do Instagram. This social media has changed the world. It's beyond recognition. People who just normally regular people, only one generation ago, they would never come to social media or anything to do on the media, printer, because usually if you buy a newspaper, then you read it, and that's it, listen to radio and all that. But It's just everything right now. There's a lot of cookery channels. I love watching cookery channels. So pay attention, to things, because they're just ordinary regular people, who are become vloggers right now. Yeah, and there's something to do, something you could sort of you actually have some control over right now. You don't have to take instruction from anybody. You can do your own thing. If you make breakfast, you can make a YouTube channel for making breakfast. How to make the best breakfast in the world. I mean, it's just the list is just endless right now. Yeah, and and I've seen people all over the world. I mean, you can see just people like myself. I mean, who are just they didn't come from extraordinary background. That's what I'm trying to say. Just as ordinary people who just doing things online right now. Yeah, and so the economy of the world is completely like yeah. For you to attract people into certain part of the economy, you have to be really. You can't go to the previous model. We tell you best, mate. Yeah. Otherwise, no, you have to. We need somebody who are compliant. So I mean, I've seen people on armed forces around the world. They're having issues to do with recruitment and retention. Uh, because if you're going to recruit people, well, I mean, you have to give them something, right? First of all, a lot of these people, organizations, they have issues to do with, condition of service and things like that, and also they have issues to do with reputational issues. People, family, the youngsters. If they're going to join the armed forces, it's also the safety and security as well. I mean, there's a culture of bullying, violence, and misogyny, and I don't. For the life of me, I don't understand. If you're an organization, how can you have people beating other cadets? Yeah, in the where all the cadets they sleep at night, the hall, sleeping hall, something. Yeah. I mean, it just where they. I mean, security. I mean, and it's the list, and even worse is yeah, and so people and these big organizations they just sit there and I say, mate, I'm going to lovely inquiry tomorrow morning. Oh yeah, we need improvement here. Yeah. So, no, it's not that. It's when whoever done it, if you don't punish them right now, yeah, there's no fear of God in them. I say, okay, if you do this, you've been entrusted to do this job, and you're beating the cadets up right now. Yeah. You're destroying. And why would anybody want to go to an organization? They have to fear anything right now. Yeah. So no wonder people don't have. They don't stay in this organization because why would if you're 18 years old, and why would I want to be bullied by the volunteer to be bullied for a job? No. you know, you know. So and I just don't understand these things right now. And even if I try to understand right now, yeah, and I'm sure I will be able to understand. But whoever does those bullying and all that, yeah, and even worse is I'm not going to describe what those things are right now. Yeah. You can guess what there's a. If you don't punish them, if you just give them a platform on social media, oh yeah, right, yeah, oh yeah, yeah, in France, yeah, there was a shooting, yeah, there's some community center, and they let this geezer, this man, yeah, off, and there was obviously the outrage, yeah, but he just murdered 3 people or more, yeah, I think 3 or 4, I'm not sure, and he just let him out for what type of ungodly law that he created, by man, yeah, this is ungodly because you just murdered these people, injured God knows how many, and you attacked a whole community, yeah, and on the basis of ethnic difference maybe or whatever, yeah, and they just let this guy. I don't know what liberty. What is liberty? Yeah, and I can find out why they let him go, but I think it's to do with the people detaining them until they go to trial, so they can just go here and there and look at you in the eye. Oh yeah, excuse me, I killed your dad. Oh, sorry, mate. I got 10p. Yeah. You see, so these laws, they just let me put it this way: the first effing word of the year. These laws are rubbish. Do apologize. Please give my bit of room for me to say what I think sometime right now. You know, I mean, this is not a laughing matter. Yeah. I mean, this is serious matter. I mean, just murdered three people. I think three or four. Yeah, and and just let him go. So what I could do is go to their law department and look at the website, get in translation and things like that, and find out why they're. But I think it's to do with liberty, detaining, and all. Just back of my head right now. Although I've been to France a few times on holiday, but of course that was as a tourist. So it's different, but it's to do, I mean, proven until guilty and all that. I mean, and there was a famous massacre in Norway, some years ago, and this guy, he just had a platform to the world. He was, oh, man, this, that, threatening everybody, that community, oh, yeah, we want Norwegian for the Norwegians. Yeah, man, you can have the Norwegian for the Norwegian, but close your border and don't go anywhere. You can have the, today's world is not like that at all. It's not exactly, God knows, people travel because people migrate, travel for reasons of history. Let's put it this way, this is of history. So, this man, right, and they're giving this man this, oh yeah, many dozens of people he murdered, in Norway some years ago now, yeah, and I'm thinking, yeah, and the more his rights, and what kind of a society makes law? You may kill many people, and you get a few years in jail, and that's it. Then you become some podcaster or whatever, become, who knows, prime minister, it has been known throughout history, leader of nations become mass murderers. I mean, and these, I mean, I really, I'm at a loss as sometimes. Yeah. So yeah, but and they just go on and on. Yeah, it's about this, that. No, it's not that. No, yeah, just take them by the ear. Yeah. So it's good. Yeah. That's your village. Wherever you come from. Yeah. That's your. Well, I mean, F off there. Yeah. It's simple. So the big military industrial complexes, they can make money out of people's fear. Selling, security products and this, that. You can't walk the street. God knows, I don't buy anything expensive. Even when I can afford it, because I don't want to attract attention. Why would anybody feel fear anything? Because it's those handful of people in society. You make an excuse for them. That's what they do. I mean, you live in I mean, it happened to me. I mean, I bought a brand new car. The same day it was broken into, smashed. So, what is my sense of, all the hard work I done for that car? All the money I saved, You see, will I be able to buy another car? Will I want to buy a car? Because, they're getting justice from anybody? No, they just report to the police. And I think the ink is drying out, I think, the government, they're losing 10p's, we need to collect more 10p's taxation, yeah. See, but what about what happened? You see, so I mean, they could easily find out who these people are and put them to book, and that's how it's going to be, and. Yeah, so I'm just looking at the people working their dogs and all that. So I'm waiting this cricket pitch, yeah, a small stretch of a pitch. And so I don't, people playing their daily walkabout, yeah. It can be more spontaneous, more sort of very engaging, and very, like with lots of words and attention-grabbing sentences and all that. But there's a time for that sort of thing right now. I don't feel that like right now, yeah. And these recordings, I'm not remember these times, 6 months time ago. You need to catalog them, you need to edit them, you need to, file them, and just keep a digital memory. I was watching something online yesterday, and somebody who took videos back in the day, and they put it online, and they say, oh yeah, look at that man, oh that family, they had the foresight to record their events of their lives, right? People going to school, colleges, picnics, things like that, right? Holidays and that sort of thing. So look at that, and this man is just putting commentaries. Look, this is actually before, and this is my family, and this is my children when they're young, and now they're grown up, and or somebody in the family talking to the family member. Oh, say we used to go out there, and they're grown up people now. They have the family of their own, So this is it, Uh, yeah. 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 So this is it. Yeah. So I need to really. Yeah. So yeah. So there's lots of issues, right? Yeah. So and it's as simple as that. If you get this, it's a political issue, will, right now, yeah. These nations, the backup migrants, they rise up after the ashes of the Second World War, yeah. And now some of these people, right now, yeah, I said, well, excuse me, the prosperity you're enjoying now, if it wasn't for those people who kickstart the economy after the Second World War, you'd still be a third world continent. That's what it is. Because these things you start right now, yeah, and it's a progression path, yeah. So if you don't start, then it doesn't happen. So a lot of countries around the world, yeah, they just so politically unstable and things like that. So if you don't start, then nothing will happen. That's how it is, yeah. And these folks, they just come up, they have nothing made of their own life, they blame it everybody, and giving them platform, just like his rights versus everybody else's rights, yeah. And it's okay, because if I have respect for these people, if any respect I have for these people anymore, this tradition, I lost it now because, you just some crazy dude, he just comes along, right now, he murdered all these people, and then he's just like dictating societal little narratives, this, that, yeah, and so yeah, we're gonna listen to all this now, right now, yeah. It's like a madman, yeah, telling a doctor, oh no, you don't know you don't know medicine, mate, give me a stethoscope, I'll do it. But you don't know, if you give me a stethoscope, he might strangle you. So this is free speech, yeah, but can you imagine this type of people being let loose, yeah. Yeah, there was this one Indian guy, yeah, called Sarabji or something, yeah. He was left out of prison of all places in Nepal, and he murdered lots of people, yeah, and he probably enjoyed it as well. God knows that. Now he's suing the Nepalese government, Sarabji, I don't care to so he claimed French nationality now, right? Yeah, and he's going back to France. Yeah, probably, yeah, publicity, make a bit of money, yeah, So he murdered people, and now so many people back in a long time ago now, and then now he's want to sue the Nepalese government. Oh, the poor Nepalese government. Oh, bless them. Yeah. They did that. What they have to do is a killer, yeah, a fantasist or some moron, yeah. That's these were a lot of them morons. After all this time, now suited, kind of, the blanket wasn't soft enough for me. I was sleeping in there. The guy in the police government. Oh, come on, they ain't gonna give me a 5-star treatment, a shackle maybe. Well, murder people at the same time as well. That's how this is rubbish. This is just complete rubbish. Anyway, learn about these people right now. Whoever you are, F off. We don't need you. That sort of attention you pay these people right now. You murder people, you do their time, whichever country or jurisdiction you're in. Now you're going to sue them. He doesn't deny he murdered those people. No, he murdered those people all over the place. mainly as a tourist, I'm just an evil person. That's what it is. You see, that's how people. They're evil, completely evil. You can tell them like that. The facial expression and the way they, oh yeah, I'm enjoying, all this. That's how it is. And all these things. So these laws, I mean, they have to no good. They're no good. I'm not saying that people should be hanged or executed. It's up to society to decide those things. It's not for me to tell what I think. What I think it's not matters what I think. What societies feels about those things. Deciding on punishment. That sort of thing, right? For crimes committed, or alleged crime. But in the case of this Ramji, I don't waste my breath. We need some diplomatic efforts. So Charles Ramji, he needs a bit of compensation. Collects 10p everywhere. Oh no, everybody has. Oh, it's the fault of the world as well. Please give them some money. That's what. Yeah. So I mean, that's how these people are becoming emboldened. It's, just do them. This is it, and you let them loose in middle of a country right now, just anywhere, just walk. Oh yeah, you're Charles Love, yeah. I'm on social media now, mate. And you have people following them. Yeah. So that's how it is right now. And we just going through this, these side things. Society need reforming. The law need reforming. If there's no deterrence, then that's it. The prison is full of people who done repeat offenders. Right. I can understand, in a fit of anger, you broke a beer bottle or whatever, these things, right? But these people, right? I mean, they're just amazing. There's so many things happening right now, and things we don't know even right now because they kept like on media. They just sort of diluted. They just not talked about right now. And you have people in every place, drug dealers and all that. They just normal. They just go to dealing drugs. You see them. What can I do about it? You take them to task with law. Oh yeah, life's hard. So, and then of course the big corporation, they're making the money because they can still sell security products and things like that. That's how it is. Why am I convinced of those things? Because 2 days ago I saw a very short video about healthcare in Cuba and diabetic patients in America. Well, the American governments have issues, sanctions and all that with Cuba, historical political issues they have with Cuba, and they will apparently in Cuba they have excellent health condition, world-renowned health facilities. They won't let diabetic patients seek treatment over there because of under some kind of political sanctions and whatever they're thinking, So they're getting their people suffering, because they have political issues with Cuba, or ideological issue, I think, So that's how these people, they sit up there and they said, "Oh, we decide, life over anything else," So that's how it is. So that's just to show how that's how I come to this kind of understanding. Is look, here we are, people who need medical attention, and just cross the sea, not very far from Florida, I think, and you can just get treatment over there, But you're not allowed to have those treatment because of both Cuba and America have historical, issues, sanctions, I think, so that's how bad it is, so that's how I know it, because why would anybody feel frightened of going out, everything, So anyway, It's 54 minutes past, nearing 55 minutes to start recording. I'm gonna work a little bit more and I'm gonna get back to the house. I've got things to do. So happy New Year, everybody! To year 2023, and please like, subscribe, and share on this video. Okay, happy New Year.